Hello, I'm Professor Paul Trowler. I'm the Research Director in the Department of Educational Research and also Co-Director of here at Lancaster, the Higher Education Research and Evaluation Centre, responsible for research there. My personal research specialisms are around policy and change in higher education, and particularly the implementation of policy. If you want to know more about my work, there is another video on this site specifically about this. But I particularly want to talk here about the new program on higher education research and enhancement for doctoral students, for PhD students. And I'll be starting that program with the first substantive module about policy and change in higher education, looking at issues around enhancement and the implementation of policy. I've got quite a lot of experience of doing that. I've been teaching on the other doctoral program for higher education researchers for about 13 years now, on a module there called Policy and Change and Organizational Development. And that's been very well received over the years. I've successfully supervised around 20 PhDs, and of course I've been an external examiner around the world. So I've got a lot of experience of both teaching at doctoral level and examining at that level too. So as I say, Policy and Change Processes is the first module for the doctoral program, the online doctoral program in higher education research and enhancement. And really what we'll be doing in that is looking at higher education policy and change at three levels. We'll be starting with the macro level, looking at national and global change over time, and particularly in the last 10 to 15 years. Then moving down to what I call the meso level, in other words, at the level within universities, usually the departmental level or the faculty level, and look at the kind of processes that go on there and how policy and change initiatives are received in those kinds of contexts. And the reasons why, for example, the intentions behind particular policies, strategies, initiatives, and so on, turn out rather differently often more at the ground level. So that's the meso level. And then the third level that we'll be looking at is the micro level. In other words, looking at interactions in the classroom itself, the relationship between academic teachers and students, and the nature of that, and how those are affected or not by initiatives. Also looking at questions of identity or subjectivities there. What you'll be doing if you join the program is being involved with evaluating readings, thinking about research that's been done and how you might take that research, test it, apply it, adapt it in particular ways. All the time you'll be thinking about your own context in higher education so that the research is applied to issues of enhancement. And so I'll be asking you to think about change initiatives that you're currently involved in, will be involved in, or have recently been involved in, and how one might research those, particularly with a view to actually benefiting students, obviously, primarily, but also staff of all sorts in universities to make the system more efficient, more effective, and happier. So enhancement in general. I'll be asking you to watch short videos that I'll be making, as well as supplying you with a lot of materials to read and work on together. And I'll ask you to make a short video about yourself, just a few minutes, so that other people get to know you, even though they haven't, at least yet, met you in person. So I think you'll find from the kinds of feedback we've had over the years from PhD students on the residential-based program that it's a happy, friendly department. You'll be challenged in your studies, of course, intellectually challenged, but in a supportive environment where feedback is, yes, critical, but in a constructive way. So I know that you'll enjoy your time with us.